Hello, you're listening to Hibs Talk. I'm your host as always, Gav. Joining me today is Dave.
Alright.
So, nice Sunday morning podcast today where we're going to be talking about where will Hibs finish this season. Firstly, how you doing, Dave?
I'm not too bad, mate.
Aye.
Unfortunately, I've got to go to work yesterday, so it's not actually that nice an occasion for me.
I know, I'm just finished work and I'm enjoying, our Sunday morning with hot rolls and coffee and stuff.
It's leading me into a false sense of security. I'm feeling relaxed and that, and then, nah.
I know.
Shit's going to hit the fan at like 12 o'clock.
Aye. And it's, so I mean, a lot of people when they're listening to this, the Old Firm game would have been and gone, and since it's the most important game in Scottish football...
Get it up, Rangers, eh? How good was that? That was brilliant. Get it up, them.
So what are you predicting for the score?
I'm not saying a prediction because it's going to be done by the time this is it. And
I know, so folk can listen and laugh at us for getting it wrong.
I'm going to go 3-0 Celtic. Probably 0-0, but I'll go 3-0 Celtic.
I'm going to go 1-0 Rangers. Just because I know it'll annoy you.
I'll slap you about the place.
Right, so the main topic today is where will Hibs finish this season? Now the top 6 is secure, right? I mean...
Nah, it's secure.
Yeah, I mean...
It's in the bag.
2 games to go. Motherwell are 5 points behind with a much worse goal difference. So they need to win both games. We need to lose both games. A point will see us in the top 6 from our last 2 games.
Yeah.
So...
Nah, I'm confident.
So we're going to go on the assumption and hopefully not make arses of ourselves that we're going to finish in the top 6. So where are we going to finish this season? We're 2 points behind Hearts with a better goal difference after their win against Aberdeen. After Aberdeen lost to Hearts, we're 4 points behind them. They have just a better... No, sorry, we have just a better goal difference. We're 3 goals better off. And we're 6 points behind Kilmarnock, and they are 2 goals better off than us. Although that could all be different come Wednesday night. So, unless it's a draw, then it'll be the same. So, looking at that, looking at our form, how you feeling about the rest of the season?
Aye, quite good, I suppose. The only thing I would say is I'd like us to be starting games better, because it has only happened once, maybe twice. In this wee run, we seem to be a bit slower, so that's what I'm wanting for the rest of the season. But you can only do what you can do. I mean, it's not his team. It's like it's kind of what I was thinking about earlier. What he's basically done. He's came in and then see your mum and dad. Let's say they go out for a couple of days,
right?
And then they come back, and your room's a tip. Right.
Okay.
So Neil Lennon's left the room a riot,
okay.
An absolute riot, and then Heckingbottom's come in, and then he's like, for God's sake, and then the mum and dad come back and they're like, tidy this room up, get this room tidied now. But Heckingbottom's like, well, we're going to put all the stuff, like, we'll not got anything. But he can't do anything, the mum and dad didn't get paid.
Doesn't get the vacuum cleaner until the summer.
No, didn't get paid till the summer.
Right.
So he's got to just tidy it up best he can. So he's tidied it up pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm.
But he's well aware that he's needing some new units and that.
Right. Trip to IKEA.
Aye.
Need
to go shopping.
Trip to IKEA in the summer is a need, but
yeah. It is a lot tidier than it's been though.
Good. He's making improvements.
Yeah.
Right. So the only thing is though, how much of the split is an unknown. So assuming we get in the top 6 between now and the end of the season, all we will play is top 6 teams because Kilmarnock and Hearts are confirmed for the top 6. So we've only played Rangers in the league anyway. I know we've played Celtic in the cup, but we've only played Rangers in the league, and that are a team in the top 6. The rest have been bottom 6 teams. So yes, it's an amazing unbeaten run, and I don't want to be down on it. But how much of a concern, or maybe we shouldn't get carried away ourselves because we've not played anybody in the top 6 yet, other than Rangers, and we've got a point.
Yeah, it's not a concern because we won the games. It'd be a concern if we had been playing against the lower teams and not be winning, but we have, so we can only beat who's in front of you. I didn't like when folk, but you've hardly played anybody, and we've still won. Like, getting fit, but you've got to win in it.
Yeah.
Aye.
So how I mean, like I said, we're going up against harder opponents now with the top 6 teams because they're rightfully in the top 6 places. How do we keep up our good form going up against these harder teams?
Keep it simple.
Yeah, which it seems to be the message from Hecky every time he's asked something.
That's what he said with the question you asked at the press conferences.
Yeah.
Keep everything quite simple, but we can't afford, and then just put in a shift.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds so cliche though, but it is. You just need to, against teams that have got better players than you just need to work harder than them.
Yeah. So I mean, guess sort of the basic. Getting back to the basic question, where will we finish this season?
I'm going to say fourth.
Right.
I think we might finish fourth. That's me being optimistic,
Right.
obviously, which is rare. But I think we're better than Hearts and we're better than Kilmarnock. I think Aberdeen will probably just have enough because they probably should have bet Hearts.
Aye. From what I heard on the radio, especially the first 60 minutes or something, it was
just the game. The game just got turned around to nothing.
Aye.
So, and how glad are you that we podcasted after that result
Aye.
rather than before?
I
And then
know,
we're
we
like,
could
we're
have done
above.
Friday night.
Because I sent voice clips of the Hibs fans singing Mind the Gap and that into my group chat with Hearts fans and that.
See, I have no problem with that though, because to me, I mean, if there's any Hibs fans that think it was, a genuine thing, then okay. But it's because they've been going on about it all season and stuff, and after all that, after they were going to win the league, they're 2 points behind us, even if it was for 12 hours or 16 hours, whatever it was. But yeah, so Dave's going for fourth. I'm going to go for fifth, a bit more hesitant. I think finish above Hearts, close with Kilmarnock, and not that far behind Aberdeen, and build for next season. So I'd be happy with that, but don't rule out third.
I want Europe, so
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I can afford Europe, but yeah, let's go for it. Let us know where you think we're going to finish. We'll share the podcast on Facebook, Twitter, thebounce.net. So wherever you prefer to post, go find the post and let us know where you think we're going to finish. And if you don't follow us on social media, it's just at HFC Talk. So, Dave, the Livi game or the Kilmarnock game? I know which one I'm more interested in talking about. We'll get the Livi game out of the way.
I will go talk about that.
Aye, I mean, fair to say one of the more duller games of the season.
Yeah, and it's probably the way Livi like. It's probably why they've got a good record at home, because they turn it into a wee bit of a snooze fest. Or like, it's a bit dull. It's not a lot of decent football played, with the exception of that one time that they hammered Hearts. That exception of that, they are an alright team though.
Mm-hmm. And they are capable of different football, but I think they know when they need to play a certain way.
And that's kind of respect that, haven't you? Like, so. But it wasn't the best, especially the first hour, I would say.
I think a massive help for us was the fact that their captain, Hockett, was out, because I mean he's obviously been linked with us. He's been linked more heavily with Hearts. He's an organiser at the back. They usually play a back five. It's what we kind of expected them to play. It's probably what we've been doing our work on in terms of the training and stuff for them playing a back five. And he really keeps the likes of the Lithgow and Gallagher organised, because they can get a bit carried away. But they had to change to a back four because he wasn't fit. So do you think that might have had any impact, like I said, on Hibs because of our prep, or am I just giving them too much credit?
Nah. Well, you've watched quite a bit of Livingston, because of your work, so you'll know that better than me, to be honest with you. So I'll take your word for it. But no, he is a decent player. And you can tell he's probably a better centre half than Livingston level. So,
I mean he came through Rangers and stuff, and he was talked about for the recent Scotland squad after Pulic and stuff, and don't think that's unrealistic. I'll be honest, I'll be quite gutted if he goes to Hearts. He's been linked with down south. I think actually linked with Celtic and Rangers as well, but linked to us. I hope we can either get in and get him, or he goes somewhere else, because I think he'd be quite good beside Berra and Suter. That would be a decent back five, or three central defenders of a back five. But anyway, we'll talk more about Hearts next week. But yeah, so like I said, there's a poor game, no two ways about it. There's no point in going through the chances, because there wasn't any clear cut ones that I can think of. But Hickey made changes again. This is something that he's getting really good at. Is if something's not working, he's not afraid to make changes. And a lot of people have been talking about how Horgan's coming on our game and how Omiyonga's been absolutely brilliant and deserved this under 21 call up. And they're the two players he takes off because it wasn't working for them on the day. Rather than going, oh, they've been good, so it might. No, that's not working today. Gets them off. How good is it to see a manager be that brave?
Yeah, they're definitely good. If you've got your favourites in that you didn't just, like you say, stick by them just for the sake of it because they've been on form.
Yeah,
it just wasn't coming off. Nothing. They weren't creating anything. I see a couple of people were saying that I thought the game was too frantic for Omiyonga, and I would be inclined to agree because wasn't getting much time to get on the ball. And I mean, at home at Easter Road, he's got more time.
Yeah,
pretty much. So, and then obviously Horgan was tried to create a couple of things, but a few of his forward passes were too late. They were like McNulty would make a run and he'd play it in behind him. That's one I specifically remember. In the first. None in the second half. It was in the second half.
Just that final decision making. It's like his form's really improved recently. It's just that final decision making. It's just got to click. Once he can do that in the final third, I think he's going to be a great player. So hopefully that comes soon. But the players that did come on, starting with Fraser Murray, I think it's fair to say he gave us that spark that we're kind of missing, and good to see him getting a chance. We spoke about him in the January because we're talking about January targets, and that sort of says, do we have a winger sitting there that could come and give us game time? So good to see Fraser Murray get out.
Yeah, and he looked pretty confident.
Yeah,
he was
bit of swagger actually.
Aye,
for somebody that's not been around the team much, he did have a bit of swagger.
Just get in, taking the ball, and doing his thing. It was good. Tracking
back as well, which was good. And then Slivka, I mean, for me, was the one that changed the game, and his involvement with the first goal. He just changed the mindset to get us driving forward more and to forward passes, driving forward with the ball, making runs.
It was the exact same. See, first half against St Johnstone when we had a bad first half. He was the one that's kind of stood out. He was the one that was gone on wee runs, taking it away. Because we couldn't get out against St Johnstone, couldn't get it in half, and he was the one that was like, "Okay, I'll take this," and rather than just hoofing the ball out and it coming back to us. And he was, when he came on against Livi, he was like, almost like I'm taking control of this. It's fine, and that's what we need. Because our midfield, there wasn't first half. There wasn't really a midfield there. I didn't feel that the ball was sticking at all. So, Slivka, I think for me needs to be playing.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think he's really coming into a game, and he needs that one in the team. And I think he's been unfortunate. He was suspended. Omiyonga came in. I would have liked to kept Slivka, Omiyonga and Mallon as the midfield three, and controversially because they actually done quite well, maybe Milligan staying at the back, but McGregor done well. So anyway, we'll come on to the team talk in a minute for the next game. The first goal was the set piece. Mallon has been such a danger from set pieces this season. The whole Ben like Mallon thing's really coming to fruition, whether it's free kicks, which he's actually gone quiet on, he's due one of them. Maybe a fan's bit to think about. And he's corners as well. I mean, we've seen it last week against who were we playing? David Gray scored. Motherwell, complete mind. So we'll play Motherwell, and David Gray corner from Allen, and then this week, I mean, it wasn't a direct one, but dangerous ball in, and then gets headed down and on the volley, Hanlon into the roof of that, no messing about. Great goal. Just place goes mad. It was
it was good. It was good just to get the win. We liked them. Liked them to death.
Reading the evening news, and then
Mallon, put a bit of context behind that.
The Mallon with the tongue out.
But what is that all about?
I don't know. I don't understand that headline. He's got his tongue out, so
Hibs like Livingston. That's what it said.
Livi,
Hibs like Livi
to go above Hearts.
It's
like what?
I don't.
If someone could explain that, please, get in touch with us and explain that, because I don't get it.
I've never heard we're going to like you today. I mean, I've heard
front page as
I've
well.
heard everyone else like, oh, we're going to pump you and that. That's
Aye.
fair enough. Lick.
That's different. Definitely different. And then Malin's goal, I think people are, justified to be saying, Stevie, Archie Gemmell, Malin. Did it remind you of the Archie Gemmell goal?
No, really, no. It was a good goal though.
Yeah, aye. Good
Aye.
solo goal.
Didn't compare him to that.
No, let's not get carried away.
It's not
but
very
no,
fair
it
on
was-
Stephen Malin either,
aye.
because everyone's going to rock up expecting Archie Gemmell Easter Road midweek, and guess what? It's no ham.
No, but it was a great goal. Really well taken, and hopefully he can, I think he's not scored enough in open play.
I was going to say, has he
Second one.
scored? Has he scored inside the box?
The St Mirren one was just outside it, wasn't it? He scored a penalty. Does that count?
Oh, in fact, nice. St Mirren one might have been in the box. In fact,
Right.
it might. I think that probably.
If it was, it was only just.
Yeah.
So, and then finally, last thing on the Livi game, McNulty. Has he surprised you that he actually is a bit more of a target man, considering he's only 5'10" or something? Yeah, so it's just a wee bit taller than me. So, aye, he's actually quite a target man. Holds the ball up well, and
That's why he was down south.
quite
though.
physical, and
That's why he was down south. You can't go down south if you're no.
aye,
You can't just be a goal scorer, a poacher, and go down south, because then you get chewed up and chucked back up. Jason Cummins, goal scorer. Can he do anything else? Not really. So there's your example.
aye. No, it's great to see, and I think that's one of the reasons, because he can do that role, that we're now seeing Canberra out on the left. How happy he is with that, I don't know. But anyway, on to the Kilmarnock game. I was starting to feel a wee bit confident that we could maybe, get some pressure on Kilmarnock, and then they play Hamilton are very indifferent this season, but 5-0 win against Hamilton, and not only that, 5 different goal scorers.
It's not bad.
So you look at through their team, they've got a good, decent team. There's a good goalkeeper and backman, maybe 2 of the best fullbacks in the league. Was that too far? They've got O'Donnell, Stephen O'Donnell, who obviously has been in the Scotland squad, and then the young boy Taylor, who's coming through the left back.
Yeah, well, as a pairing, there's a lot of teams have got strong fullbacks, but obviously Kieran Tierney's probably the best in the league, but Celtic don't have a right back. Well, that boy for Dortmund's actually no bad,
but he's still settling in, and
Aye.
him and Tierney don't know each other's games inside out yet, whereas O'Donnell and
they seem to be
Taylor
doing quite well.
really have that good pairing and know when to go forward and when to go forward together, and when to just Steve Clark's got them very well drilled. So good fullbacks. Broadfoot surprisingly having a good season. Finlay was in the Scotland squad. They signed Alex Bruce. I thought he would be a shoo-in for the first team. He was on the bench. He was getting kept at the team by Broadfoot and Finlay. Malumbu, was he injured the first half of the season or something? Where was he? Just couldn't you find him? But obviously on loan from Celtic after that strange move to Celtic. That probably just a bit of money for him. And then like some McKenzie and stuff, decent winger. And you look at the bench. Good bench as well. So a good team.
No, they're a good team.
Somebody we could take lightly.
And that's the thing about Steve Clark. He makes players that are. He just makes them organised. You didn't need to hear all the ability in the world. Good example, Scott Boyd at centre half.
Aye.
He was at Livingston. He was at Ross County, and then all of a sudden he's in a team that's battling for Europe, and it's like. And he doesn't play every week, but when he does play, he
does his job
he's
and doesn't look
decent
out of place.
Exactly.
Yeah. And in terms of their form, they've been all over the place. They were the form team of 2018. I think they won that thing. If you'd done the calendar year, they would have been top. Looking at 2019 though, it's been quite a different story. Winning the Scottish Cup against Forfar, a win against Rangers, and then 8 games on the bounce without a win. Draw, loss, loss. So 3 losses on the bounce, draw, and but then in the last 3 games they've won 2 and drawn 1. So turning it around just in time to play us.
And they didn't concede that many goals away from him.
Mhm.
So they've had 7 clean sheets away from home in the league this season. They've only conceded more than 1 goal 3 times, and that was against us, ironically, when we won 3-2. Celtic, Celtic Park, and then a random one Dundee. But so they seem to be well set up. But it's probably what I'm saying is they're just organised. They'll just keep their set on the game. That's what they do, and it's probably why they get as many points as they do, because they very rarely are getting like horsed.
But like you say, because of that, their goal difference is just slightly better than ours just now. They've got a goal difference of 16. Do you think goal difference could come into it? Because I mean, look how close it is. We're talking earlier about where people could finish.
Of course it will.
Do you think that?
Look at how close we are to them. Fair enough. If there wasn't that much in them, and the fact that if it is all done and dusty, like we're saying, we're going to play them twice. Mm-hmm. So
they've
massive. We've not actually got a game that isn't massive for now to the end of the season, because that's it. It's Kilmarnock, Hearts, and all top 6 games. So
outside the Old Firm, they're the only team to have a better defensive record than us, which I found that really surprising. We've conceded 33 goals this season. Kilmarnock have only conceded 28, but it's better than anyone else in the league. I did not think we'd be fourth for goals conceded.
No, it does feel like we concede all the time, but that's only because it's the worst thing when you concede a goal. See, you remember it.
Aye.
That's probably it.
I guess. Aye. In terms of goals scored, we're just a wee bit behind everyone else. But aye. So, but I'm saying that 48 it's not that bad. It's only Hearts on 50, Aberdeen 52, Kilmarnock 54. So we're not too far behind with goals. So, and a much better goal difference than Aberdeen and Hearts. Well, not that much Aberdeen, but anyway, we're going back to that. So back to the Kilmarnock game. What's your thoughts for it? How are you feeling?
Actually, I think we'll win. I'll say I'll be quite tight though, so I'll say 1-0 Hibs.
Right.
But I do think we'll win. We've got momentum.
Head or heart? What do you want me to answer?
Head.
My head says 1-1.
1 each.
Aye.
What I do think.
My heart says.
What I do think will happen. I think it'll be 0-0 at half time, and then we'll score. It was 70th minute or something. 1-0.
Just stop turning up for the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aye. We need to start games better. There's no two ways about it. How do we do that going into this game then?
I would go the same team that played Motherwell.
Right.
Unless Ryan Gauld can come back.
Heckenbottom was speaking about it at the press conference, and he was saying that all these players that are coming back, they're not guaranteed their place in the team. They have to earn their place in the team. And I think that's something we've seen when Slivka got suspended. It seems to be a philosophy he's got. If you go out the team, you have to earn your way back in.
Yeah, work hard for it. But I do think that Ryan Gauld is somebody that everyone can agree is he's got a bit of quality about him, and I want to see how good he'll do, because it's not worked because of his injuries.
Yeah.
So, and I want it to work, because I would quite like him to play well and then have the chance to maybe have him next season.
Imagine that, Alan and Gold.
I know, exactly.
But it'd be so good.
Would think he would want to come here if it doesn't work for now at the end of the season for him?
Well, I don't think it's Hibs' fault.
I know, possibly no, but
not on him personally, but like on his injuries and stuff. That would be the reason it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would affect his decision. I think more how he gets on with the rest of the teammates.
Maybe would though if he is fit enough to come back now and he doesn't get back in the team.
Yeah, aye. But I think a player that good, he'll come off the bench, he'll make an impact, and then no bad player to have coming off the bench. So
somebody just that I was really excited about, and I just really hope that we get a chance to see like fully what he's capable of doing.
Aye, fingers crossed. Okay, we'll wrap it up there. I'll let you go do your prep for stock take and stuff. The most exciting time of the year.
Cheers, mate.
I'll enjoy my Sunday watching the Old Firm game, and then
Old Firm's dead, mate.
I might watch
the Glasgow Derby.
I'll watch the Glasgow Derby, and then I might watch Liverpool Tottenham earlier. I'll watch Cardiff Chelsea as well. Don't know. Good choices to have though, isn't it, Dave? Thanks for listening, folks, and we'll be back next week to preview the Hearts game and look back at the Kilmarnock game.